Good evening. Welcome to Midnight Monologues, hosted by Don Mateo, where we read you short bedtime stories to help you wind down for the night. Tonight's story, Becoming Her, 4 Seasons of Growth. The air in the city felt heavy to Melissa, like a coat that no longer fit. She lived her life in grayscale, following a script written by everyone but herself. But as the calendar turned, the world began to shift, and Melissa decided to shift with it. Winter, the egg in the stillness. In the heart of January, Melissa felt like a tiny, frozen speck against the vast white landscape. This was her season of up-becoming. She realized that before she could find out who she was, she had to admit she was currently lost. She spent long evenings in the silence of her apartment, stripped of the noise of social expectations. In the stillness, she discovered a forgotten truth. She didn't actually like the high-pressure career she had spent 5 years building. She was a seed, waiting for a reason to crack open. She learned that solitude isn't loneliness, it is the floorboard of self-awareness. Spring, the caterpillar of the hunger. As the ice melted, a frantic energy took hold of her. Melissa was hatching. She developed a hunger for new experience. She signed up for a pottery class, hiked trails she used to fear, and began reading poetry aloud to her plants. She was messy, crawling through the dirt of trial and error. She realized she had spent her life trying to be elegant when she was actually vibrant. Her discovery this season was curiosity. She learned that her identity wasn't a destination she would reach, but a garden she had to tend. She grew, shedding the old skin of her insecurities with every new hobby she explored. Summer, the chrysalis of transformation. When the heat of July arrived, Melissa did something unexpected. She went quiet again, but this time it was different. She retreated into a chrysalis of deep reflection. She traveled alone to small cabins by the lake. Inside this protective shell, she faced her hardest truths. She dissolved the past of herself that were built on the approval of others. It was painful, a total reconstructing of her soul. She discovered boundaries. She learned that saying no to the things that drained her was the only way to say yes to the woman she was becoming. She wasn't just changing, she was evolving at a molecular level. Autumn, the butterfly and the flight. The air turned crisp and the leaves transformed into a riot of gold and chrism. Melissa stepped out into the October breeze, and for the first time, she felt light. The struggle was over. She had went through her winter silence, her spring hunger, and her summer reconstructioning. She looked into the mirror and didn't see a list of chores or a collection of mistakes. She saw a woman with wings. She had found her flight, a new career in landscape design that mirrored her love for growth, and a confidence that didn't need to shout to be heard. Melissa realized that she didn't just find herself, she had created herself. As the first leaf fell, she didn't fear the colding of the cold. She simply spread her wings and rose to meet the wind. Thank you for listening. If you are still awake, be sure to tune in to our next bedtime short story. Good night, Midnight Monologues.